Probably help if I put that on there, wouldn't it? Probably would help if I put that on there, wouldn't it? Yo, 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 yo. Just hanging out. Going to talk some sports if any of you guys want to get on here and bullshit some sports, I guess, or whatever you want to talk about in this crazy world today. Because you just never know what you get out of it. What's up, Dennis Church? Dang it. We got the ugly one. Yeah, you did. I think I'm better looking now. Whoa. Hold up. Better turn that down a little bit. I get banned. Watching the old Pat McAfee here behind me. Covey, you know you love me. You know you love me, Covey. You always have the hots for me. Let's see what's on the world today. Dennis Church, how about those brownies, huh? How about those brownies, Dennis Church? We can get to a lot right now. We missed the recap show a little bit on the actual whole recap. We did a little bit while we was watching. Going to do a little NBA recap and kind of preview show of what we got on. But old Den had some stuff going on there. So I figured I had about an hour before I go get the little one. I figured I could hop on here and bullshit for a little bit. Browns did great. I agree. As a confident Brown fan and a reasonable one, how do you feel about him though at quarterback position? I mean, to be honest, I mean, what do you think about Watson? I mean, he's not who we thought he was. I told you the Browns defense would shut down McCaffrey. Well, McCaffrey got hurt. Browns did good. I mean, they're a top 5 defense, Seth. I mean, there's nothing we can deny on that. But they've been a top 5 defense. They're good. The offense, on the other hand, isn't so good. They got weapons. Jets. Hey, Jets is a good team. I mean, I'm not going to be one to sit here and tell you that they got lucky or anything. We played like shit. I mean, the offense played horrible. Defense didn't do bad. We had some sacks, no turnovers, but we played well. Defense played well. Well, we're okay. Rio, we're okay. You can keep hating on that Eagle train, but we are okay, I promise. Anybody got any questions? I was asking about Watson. I don't know how you guys feel about him. I mean, heck, he has a shoulder injury, and it's not a throwing one, and the guy's just missing more games. Just kind of mind-blowing to me. Ski could be a sponsor. Richardson's gone for the year. I agree. I think he needs to think about himself for a while, make sure he's good. Yeah, I mean, he's had a lot. Well, I definitely will hope you play like that for our game. Yeah, our offense, I hope. Church, I don't know, man. He's been through a lot, dude, and I just don't think his head's there anymore. I just don't think he loves football. I don't think that he wakes up every day and cares about football, cares if he's in the first place in the division or last place. I just don't think he cares. It is a job to him. I think it's a lot like Kyrie. He got his money and been a trash can. I agree, Dusty. I mean, I just don't understand it. Like I said, it's just a job to him. I don't think that he loves it. There's people and players out there that love football, that loves the game, that will play through beaten and battered and injuries and clubs. And I mean, they'll play through anything. And then there's some that won't play through an elbow injury or a shoulder injury or a scratch. Or, I mean, if he's hurt, it's going to hurt the team for sure. 100%, but it's his non-throwing shoulder, right? I mean, what's it going to hurt the team with that? I mean, you just don't, you do the play call, not around him running much sneaks, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, third backup quarterback, I know you want a game, but third string quarterback, that ain't going to help you. I don't think he's that hurt. If he's hurt for sure. Look at Baker. It hurt the team at times. But, I mean, maybe if he was healthy, but Baker's backups, I don't think would have won him the game or won him Super Bowl. I mean, not the backups. Backups are good to get you a couple games out of a few. I mean, They're not to get you the and whole strand. And we wouldn't be talking about like this if Watson was playing good before this. But what can he do, church? That's what we're talking about. I mean, this ain't 5 years ago, Watson. Yeah, he had a little flash at the end there, but I mean, address it. You know they're talking. You know he knows they're talking about him. You know that he knows that everyone's saying, no, we're talking about Watson right now, Scotty. You know what I mean? He knows that the people's turning on him. Why wouldn't you do a press conference and say, hey, I'm just not healthy. I'm in the gym all the time. The guys love me. We're hanging out. No. You know who did? David Njoku, whenever he was all burnt up and he's like, I come to play. I got 3rd-degree burns on my face, but hey, guess who played today? I did, because I'm a dog. That's why I played. I don't know. Everyone's got their own opinions about it. I mean, like I said, I'm hoping for Watson to pan out. I don't want the Browns to be god awful and terrible. They're not in my division. And I got a lot of friends as Browns fans. I would like for them to play well and battle it out every year, but got to have a quarterback. We'll talk about Richardson now. Yeah, I seen he's out for the year. That's a heartbreaker. I had him as offensive rookie of the year, and he probably would have got it if he played. He was fun to watch. Some of his throws was trash. Lost you there for a minute, but we are back. That was weird. The Wi-Fi must have took a hit. But yeah, the Colts, I'd like to see what they're going to do. I think he's gone in 2 years, though. He might, yeah, but probably if he's playing the way he's playing, for sure. Footage. But the Colts, I'd like for him to make a improvement at wide receiver. I'd like for him to get a big dog. You got to work on the offensive and defensive line. That's just where it starts at. And then you put places around them. Old Dad's sucking up Wi-Fi watching porn. No, Dad's not here. He went to go get some wood. He went to go get some firewood. Him and little Austin. I don't know why. He's got more firewood than Amish. I don't understand it. Whatever. We just let old Dad do what he wants to do sometimes. Dusty Burns. He's an old retired guy and he likes to tinker. Any of you guys excited for the High State game this weekend? Whew. High State, Penn State, you Buckeye fans nervous? We got any comments or suggestions or anything on this game? Any score predictions? Whew. I'll write them down. What's up, Cody Clarkson? You heard the Buckeyes and you knew to get on here. We just talked about the Browns and we talked about the Colts, and now it's the Buckeyes' turn, and guess who gets on here? Cody Clarkson. We'll write these down. You guys got any suggestions? OSU by 14? Holy moly, catfish. Let me write these down here. Dennis says 38-24 OSU. We will have a better understanding of what we are. Absolutely, and the whole world will. That's what's good. I'm pulling for the Buckeyes to win. I think they will. I mean, a couple of people has asked me already who I think was going to win. I mean, people at Bub's practices and stuff, we talk about it. We talk football, and I told them. Cody Clarkson said by 10. Burns, I haven't seen the spread yet. I could probably look real quick if someone don't have it. I'm not big into that like whole spread stuff and what's the spread and how the over and unders and shit. It's in Columbus. That's big. It is big. Buckeyes take Penn State out back and beat them with a water hose. 4.5's the spread. I just cannot believe this is a freaking 12 o'clock game. That drives me crazy. Bub's got a game in Lowell, Ohio, Saturday at noon. This I'll be flipping through it and watching him play. So we are in the playoffs. Oh, that's big though. I'm not going to go into what I think too much. How much was left in the tank? Watch them find out. I'm sure you are. I think it's better for the Buckeyes if they play at noon. I really do. I don't think there's much as pressure on. But I think the Buckeyes have a good chance here. We'll leave with that. My plan is hopefully Ratchford will get on here with me Sunday. Den's going to be out of town. He's going to be in Tennessee. So hopefully me and old Ratchford will be here hanging out at the doghouse, talking some sports with all of our friends. That is the plan. That is the plan. Let's see if I can. That is the plan. I'd like to get on here and talk some sports with you in the morning. Just got to have a good run defense. Our O-line needs to come play. Yeah. O-line and D-line. I think they're really good at running the football. High State's good. You just got to get Kyle McCord on the same page, and I think we'll be all right. I mean, as much as you got to worry about them, they got to worry about Marvin Harrison. I mean, imagine having to worry about Marvin Harrison. You ain't got to look at, they got to line up Marvin Harrison. They're going to have to check him wherever he's at every time. That defense coordinator is going to be like, yeah, where's he at? Which side? Where's he at? And we got to follow him. They ain't got someone like that on their team. They ain't got a Marvin Harrison on their team. They do not have a Marvin Harrison on their team. They do not have a Marvin Harrison on their team. That's for sure. That is for sure. Try to put the TikTok world up here so I can get some more followers. Your defense is solid. You're going to, like someone said earlier, that it's going to be put to the test. High State they will be put to the test this weekend to see their offense and defense really what. And Kyle McCord's going to probably come out and play. He's probably going to say, hey, who am I? Put me on the map now. Put me on the map now. It's not even just that we are loaded at wide receiver. He gets a lot of our guys on. Absolutely. I mean, two people's got to guard him. Marvin Harrison, you got to have two people on Marvin Harrison. It's just the way it is. And it opens up the whole field. If you have a number one wide receiver where you have two people guarding it, it opens up the field. And that's just the way it is. Buckeye D is getting better. And they are, but I mean, the other teams are too. I mean, and I know you see it because you see them every week and you can tell that they're improving. You're just not watching the other teams, and the other teams are improving as well. So, I mean, as much as the High State's improved, I mean, Penn State's probably improved too. And one could improve more than the other. This is going to be the game for sure to improve himself. Absolutely, it is. And High State, I mean, the Notre Dame game, and now they're going to go to come here and play Penn State, but it's still, this is going to show Kyle McCord to the world how good he is. I mean, I know he's been hidden under everyone because he ain't been the number one quarterback while he's been there the whole time. He's had to wait his turn, but it'll prove. It'll prove if he is a number one. It'll prove we are Penn State. See, Brett, you're not wrong. I mean, I can't say too much of that. People hate on it. Whenever you hate on the Buckeyes, people hate on it. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I think the Buckeyes are good. I think they're physical, unlike Lou Holtz said. And Ryan Day says it best. It's them against the world. So it's a High State against the world. And if it's a High State against the world, then Ryan Day's right. We're going to see. Clarkson, come on, dude. You love Ryan Day. That's your man. Ryan Day is your dog. If you had a dog of the week every week, it'd be Ryan Day. Guaranteed. His jet black beard and jet black hair. He's a dog every week. Guaranteed. And any NFL games you guys want to watch this weekend, or any NFL news anybody wants to break or talk about, even if it's this week, last week, or some things you're surprised on. I don't know if you guys seen it, but the Philadelphia Eagles did sign Julio Jones. I know he's old. I get it. He's old. But It is Julio Jones. Penn State is good, but it's a real test for them. It is a real test for them. It really is. This is going to show the world who Penn State is. Penn State's not been number one, number two. They ain't been that dog. They ain't been that guy that's the top team. They haven't been that for a really, really long time, as long as I can remember, really. So they'll see. So the world, they'll be able to show too. I mean, High State's going to come in with a target on them. I mean, in every game they do, because they're a top 5 team, and them top 5 teams always come in like that. Julio for sure. I hope they can put Smitty more in the inside slot now and put Julio to the outside with AJ, 2 big dudes on the outside, Julio in the end, tear it up. I don't expect Julio to ball. I don't expect him to come out here and catch the ball 5 or 6 times a game. I don't. He's a big body. He can, you still have to cover him. But yeah, and I mean, there will be plays what he can. And he can block. He's a big dude, so he should be able to block really well for some of our plays that we run. And hopefully, like I said, we can move Smitty to the inside, and it'll open up more for the inside. And you do got to cover him. I mean, it is Julio Jones. He knows how to play football. You guys got AJ and Smith, and he gets one-on-one. You can't cover everybody out there like that. I mean, you got Dallas Goedert, top 5 tight end in the league. DeAndre Swift, he's been a dog. You got AJ Brown, the only wide receiver in the last 4 games has had 125 yards plus. I mean, I know Smitty's dropped the ball last week, this week, however you want to see it. He's still good. I mean, he's a Heisman winner. He's good. We're loaded. Philadelphia Eagles are loaded. Fly, Eagles, fly. He will. He'll help some of them develop. Watson still needs to develop some. Smitty still needs to develop some, especially just overcoming bad times. I seen after Eagles lost, I seen that Nick Sirianni didn't even have to have a meeting with the team, didn't talk to the team or nothing. It was the leaders. I mean, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Hassan Reddick, all them guys, Jason Kelsey came in and had a meeting kind of together, kind of just talking about, hey, we got to overcome this. This is just a bump in the road. I mean, Hunter Collins is a dog. Hunter Collins, the Collins boys, Wellston, Ohio is a dog, I promise. Hunter, I'll be there this weekend, Friday. Hopefully the weather, I know as the defense guys, you guys love the weather. I don't want to sit out in the rain, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there watching you play Vinton County. Vinton County's already talking that this is a win for them, Hunter. So you let them Wilson Rockets know. I've got Vinton County friends on my Facebook, and they're already saying that this is a win. So you go take that news to the Wilson Rockets. You let them boys know that Vinton County's already knocking it off, that they've already won this thing, and they're for sure lockdown TV champs because they've already got you beat. So you go pass the love to them Wilson Rockets, Hunter, and you tell them, not yet. They got to get through you boys. The Eagles are the most complete team right now. I hate to toot the own horn, but us, San Francisco is probably close. If you go tit for tat, like position by position, it's close. It's really, really close. But defensive line, we're really, really heavy. Their linebackers are, my God, good. Way better than ours are even close to. Our cornerbacks are really good. Theirs are good. So it's close. I mean, their wide receivers are close with ours. Ours are close with theirs. The running back, they got us by running back by a million because CMC is probably the best player in the NFL. Close, really close. I mean, he's top 3. Let's see on here. I don't see no questions on the Talk World. What do you guys think about the Bengals turnaround now? You see Coop's head top? Yeah, I seen Coop's head top. Coop's good. He's old, but he's good. I don't want to go over the games too much because I know me and Ratch is going to go over them. You got Browns and Colts. That should help you. I mean, that should kind of help the Browns kind of get healthy, I think. Minshew, I think you guys will be okay. Steelers, Rams, Chargers, Chiefs. Chargers, Chiefs probably be a good game. Lions, Ravens. Who you guys got out of that one? Lions and the Ravens. You think Lions keep the winning streak rolling? You think Lions keep that winning streak rolling? Or do you think Ravens shut them down? Ravens are good too. Ravens are a good team. It's hard to stop Lamar. If you don't have a defense built to stop Lamar, it's hard to stop Lamar. Lions, Dusty Burns says. Lions. Look at Lions across the board. Everybody on the Lion train. I like it. Lions. Who you guys got? Bills and Pats. Anybody want to talk about the Patriots? Me and Ratchford and him was getting into it last week. It was a little heated. Last week talking about the Patriots. What do you guys think? What would you do if you was Bob Kraft for the Patriots? What would you do? It's got to be something. Jeremy Chin expect to be out 6 weeks. That sucks. They want to trade for him. What would you do if you was the Patriots? Is it time to let Bill Belichick go? Has done all the pizza yet? Hasn't done shit himself with that pizza yet. Josh Wilbur. I don't know. I don't think so. I think the pizza from the gas station this morning, Josh Wilbur, was okay. Sorry, reading a little on TikTok. Trade Bears a bunch for the picks. Let them loose and get a high pick. Man, they got to do something. I mean, Bill Belichick, dude, he is destroying that team. Like I tell people, if he's the one that's got, and they say they do, but I don't know. If he's the one that's got all the control over it, if he's the one that has the control over everything, over the drafting, over who the free agents are, who you keep and sign, he's got to go. Whoever it is has to go. I mean, this Patriots team is probably the worst team in the NFL. I would say player by player, it is. I mean, it's hard though, Dusty. I mean, how do you fire Bill Belichick? I just don't think you can fire him. I think you would have to trade him. I think you would be better off, like, you would feel better. You would feel better if you traded him than just cutting him. I mean, I just don't know what else you do with him because I don't think you can trade him. Does Cincy try to get J.J. Jettis, assuming they trade, or I just don't think they could afford him, Wilbur. Someone on TikTok was asking, do we think Cincy tries to trade for J.J.? I don't think so. I mean, obviously, who wouldn't want J.J.? I think every team in the NFL would love to have J.J. and Adam, but I just don't think Cincinnati can afford him because they have other holes. I mean, their defense has showed since they've lost Jesse Bates and them how much it hurts. I mean, I think in their offensive line, they just haven't got their offensive line figured out yet. I still think they're a way that they still need other things. I mean, I think Joey Burrow will be okay. I think Joey Burrow will be great with Chase and a couple other players. I don't think they need JJ. I mean, obviously, who wouldn't want JJ? Everyone would love to have him. My goodness, you got to build somewhere else. I mean, they need some line help if it's on both sides of the ball. But it would be great. I mean, I think it'd be fun to watch it. But my goodness, wouldn't be fun to play against it. I'd hate to try to guard it. I'll come over here. LOL, a little bit easier. Yeah, it's a little bit, Wilbur. It's a little bit easier. But I was just trying to get the TikTok to try to world going, just to try to get us some more followers so it all can bind together on this app here for us. That D is bad. It is, man. But they lost some pieces, dude. Dennis Church, they lost some valuable people. Watching a little TV up there. Watching a little Penn State football up there. Mad Dog is mad about Penn State and Michigan schedules. After a couple games, what's everyone think about the Cowboys losing Diggs? I mean, Diggs is big. He's a top 5 cornerback in the league, top 7 cornerback in the league. It's big losing Diggs. It's big losing any of your star defensive players. I mean, we had Darius Slay out last week. We lost a third string cornerback early in the year, and it still hurt us. I mean, we're still shambling around because of injuries. I mean, Slay was out. Vontae Maddox is out. Chalk Dawk's out. I mean, it's just we're Philly's beat up too. It's that time, and everyone's wishing they got a bye week to try to get healthy. Since he don't pay no one other than Burrow and Chase, Logan Wilson is probably hurt. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Since he don't, and a lot of teams don't pay players like that. They just don't overpay people. I mean, Higgins, realistically, why wouldn't Higgins just take a pay cut to stay there? Why wouldn't you want to keep everything together? He don't need to be paid like a top 10 wide receiver in the league. Keep the team together. I mean, Burrow's contract, I'm sure, will adjust as the years go on. Just always seems like the quarterbacks and the linemen are the ones that always are like taking cuts from their paycheck. The wide receivers are like the divas. They want all that money. They money hungry, baby. They money hungry. They choose to let them live. Yeah, I mean, that's just the way it is. Instead of paying people, they're like, nah, well, we'll take the loss. We will take the loss. If maybe Orlando Brown, if Higgins leaves, they go 100% after Jets. Boyd is walking. Maybe. I just don't see it happening. I mean, I think they'll flirt with it because it sounds really, really good. And, I mean, who wouldn't want it? But I just don't see it happening. If you keep Bates at way better. I mean, you got your leader, your captain back there, Dennis. But they're at a position, too, that it's like you pay high. And just like Philly. Philly didn't pay high for C.J. Gardner-Johnson because he wanted so much money. And they're like, nah, we're not going to pay him either. But you can't blame them. You can't blame them for not wanting to pay him. I mean, I wouldn't want to pay him either. It's hard to, especially when you got upcoming contracts from other players, your linemen and stuff, if you have them to come in. It's hard to pay safeties and running backs and stuff. It is. Well, that offense goes to Ash, Chase, and Trent Irwin. I agree. That's why they got to keep them. They got to keep some of them guys together, but they won't unless they can draft really well. I guess if they go through and can draft some people, you know what I mean? Draft another young guy, draft another great cornerback, you know what I mean? Or a great safety and draft a high. But that's the thing. There you go again. You ain't going to get a high pick. Because you play so good, and when you play so good, you don't get a high pick. You don't get a high pick. You don't get one of these star players that you try to swing on, hit a home run on. Sometimes they don't even pan out. Sometimes your top 15 don't even pan out. I mean, they suck. They just don't. They don't go with the team. It don't work out. Sometimes it just don't be like that. Sometimes it's just that way. Thursday night game tomorrow, Jags and Saints. I don't know what we're going to get much out of that one. Trevor, I haven't even heard if Trevor Lawrence is playing receiver draft. It is, but just because it's loaded don't mean you don't know if they're going to be good. I mean, they say it's loaded every year, or quarterbacks is every year, and it's like realistically, there's not ever 3 or 4 wide receivers at studs, 3 or 4 quarterbacks at studs, 3 or 4 runners. I mean, it just seems like it never works out that way. Never seems like it works out that way. Maybe I overlook it, but it just don't seem like it. They always say it's something heavy draft, and it's like, oh, it's a heavy quarterback draft, but 1 out of 5 pans out. Oh, it's not very heavy if 1 out of 5 pans out. Could be heavy quarterback, too, if Shador and Caleb and Drake and everyone goes in it. But I don't know. I mean, this NIL deal is going to ruin teams and ruin NFL teams. They're going to have to go to like a lottery draft. NFL is going to have to go to freaking like NBA because the kid's going to get paid. And it's like, oh, well, you don't know who's going to be the first pick. So you got to declare before you can even know. That's the only bad thing. Any trades, talking about Wilbur, some people from other teams, any trades you guys would like to see at the deadline? I mean, let's be realistic here on some people. If there is a receiver year, it would be this year. Marv, Mecca, Rome, and the other fellow from Washington, Keon. I agree. I mean, I think you're right, but that just, Wilbur, I really think it depends on the team they go to, because sometimes like quarterbacks and stuff don't pan out, but it's like, they're not running the scheme that they ran in college. You know what I mean? Just like wide receivers, if you got this big body wide receiver, you know what I mean, that's running this West Coast slants offense, then you put him on a team that spreads it out and opens it and goes deep. That's just not his fit. So sometimes I think that's a play in it too. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But Wilbur, I think you're right. Trade deadline's brewing up. I don't know. I'm anxious to see. I think Philly's going to make a move. We always do, though. Regarding your trade talk, I think Denver is a fire sale, and it needs to be. It really, but it's tricky. It's really tricky. It's like you're fire selling because you have to get rid of your quarterback, and your quarterback sucks, so you have nothing to give. You have nothing to show for it. So you have to get rid of all your talent to start over. Because if Denver had Aaron Rodgers, a healthy Aaron Rodgers, Denver would be really good. Denver would be really good. But now you got to get rid of your other players because your quarterback holds all your picks because you got rid of everything. Lions are a buyer. I think the Lions are a buyer. Lions are a buyer for a running back right now. I think they're in. I've seen some shambles around about them talking about maybe trading for Saquon. Lions trading for Najee Harris. I mean, it's all just rumors. They're fun to speculate. But I think Lions are buyers. I think they're going to look for weapons. I think they're going to look for a key piece somewhere. I really do. Aiden Hutchinson needs some help. They could, defensive end somewhere. I know Philly's looking to shop Derek Barnett. He's done terrible this year. He came off an injury last year. But I know they're looking to shop him. A new scenery could help. I'd like to see Bucks sell a little. Yeah, but I don't know, dude. Bucks are winning. And that division's so wide open. If I was the Bucks, I wouldn't sell yet. If I was the Bucks, I wouldn't sell yet. Maybe come off Mike Evans or someone a little older. But if I'm the Bucks, and if you're really believing Baker, no way you sell. No way you sell. You got to build. You got to build. Little NFL talk here on the TikTok world. Little NFL talk. I don't know if you guys are from Ohio, but if you guys don't know what ski pop is, that's some good stuff. What about that fella from Carolina, that Edge Burns? I can see him hitting the road. Yeah, but man, they wanted so much for him. I just don't know if people are going to be willing to pay for that. That's the only thing. And the Lions, but realistically, if you're the Lions, I wouldn't be a seller. You're building with a new quarterback. Keep them boys. You need them DNs and them linebackers. Send Baker to the Browns. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that call? Bring. Hey Baker, this is Cleveland calling. Do you think you can come back, man? True, a lot of expiring contracts though. Yeah, for sure. Bring him back. Baker's not coming back, bud. Sorry, Browns fans. Baker is not coming back. He's happy in Tampa. Bring him back home. It's not happening, Wilbur. It's not happening. It is not happening. Poor old Browns. Poor Browns fans. Should have kept Baker. Should have just kept him. Kept him in there to watch. He'd be playing right now. And he'd show him, hey, just let Deshaun be like a coordinator and get his massages on the sideline and let Baker play football. Let Baker play football. I say they trade him. I don't know why you wouldn't. He's been playing decent. If they ain't going to work a contract out with him, I'm sure that's what they're approaching, Wilbur. I would open the books open, I'm sure, and say, hey, if you're going to sign, we're going to sign. But if not, then we're probably going to just have to trade you. And you could probably get a second or something out of him. They didn't extend him. Surely he's on talks. Yeah, and it's got to be. The dude ain't stayed healthy in years, and he's been playing decent. But, you can't give up a lot. I know he's a first-round pick, but you cannot give up a lot for a guy that can't stay healthy. His best ability is availability. And if you're not available, you're kind of worthless. Like I always tell people, it's kind of like buying a litter box, not having a cat. It just don't make no damn sense to me. I just don't understand it. I guess it could be like decoration. Someone walk in your house, like, oh, you have a cat? No, well, you have a litter box. It's just decoration. That's what trading for an injured player is like to me. Just don't make no damn sense. It just don't make no sense. I wonder what they're doing something. Probably a lot. Just because they want a lot, but it shouldn't be. I'd say the talks for Jerry and them's probably pretty high. Probably seconds, probably thirds, probably seconds or thirds. But if you ask Steve Smith, he's going to tell him, I ain't fuck trading for him. He's going to have a lot of wood. Dusty Burns. Piles upon piles. Seconds Brown gave for a fifth. I agree. And I understand. I think that was crazy when that happened. But I just think that's what's going to be, second or third. But, I mean, they're good. And Cooper was good, but, I mean, maybe not. I value the market higher than what they usually go for. I mean, realistically, it'll probably be a third, but I think it should be seconds. But I mean, Cooper's proven more than them guys has. And if I was on a winning team and I needed a wide receiver, I'd rather have Cooper. He's better for a team. Pack should sell. Pack should sell. Pack should sell everything. All of them. Start over completely. Every guy on the team. Running backs, wide receivers, Gier, everybody. Coach, everybody. The Jordan Love project is over. Who needs wide receiver now? I'm not real sure, really. I mean, Denver. I'm not Denver, but Baltimore. Baltimore could always use wide receiver. OBJ is in and out all the time. I know Philly was looking for one. That's why they signed Julio. I mean, he's not there. Julio's not over there for sure set on. Pittsburgh could be looking in for some help, I would think. I'm not a big fan on Washington. Carolina could use a dog. They could use one. I think Houston should go after one as well. But, I mean, you got to bring more to Houston. And just like Carolina, I think you're going to have to bring more to the table to get a stud to want to trade for you. Honestly, I don't see Javonte or Reynolds. We'll say Reynolds. TikTok world, follow us. Give us a like, give us a share. We appreciate it. Help everybody out here. Just don't see Denver trade. Nah, you wouldn't. They wouldn't. KC always uses it, but I don't see them paying. That's their only thing. I don't see KC paying. They don't want to pay for a wide receiver. They should. I hope they don't. But Denver, no way you trade to KC. That'd burn you up. You imagine Mahomes throwing to them guys twice. That'd be crazy. Twice a year you'd have to play them. Nah. No way. Well, boys and girls, I appreciate you. It's getting to be 2:00. I got to go get the little one. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the sports talk. I'm sure we'll be on here in the next few days or something to talk some NBA. If not, me and Ratch will be on probably the weekend. Wilson Rockets are playing Friday night, Vinton County, and the Little Wilson Rockets, my boys' team, are playing in Lowell, Ohio, Saturday at noon. It's like an hour and 40 minutes away. Don't expect any of you guys to make the travel, but I will try to go live on there on the Real and Raw TikTok. Let it show some on there. Maybe let you guys see a little bit. Wilbur, you might make the drive. I know you're dedicated. Leroy, hopefully he has a good game. Hopefully he balls out, man. We're going to practice today. We don't have practice, but we're going to run the parachute today. We're going to run the sled. We're going to put some work in. He's been doing bear crawls with 30-pound weights, and we got to put some time in. Dog of the week. We're fighting for dog of the week. Leroy is fighting for dog of the week. And Collins boy, if you're still on here, you better be dog of the week. You better convince them boys to be dog of the week, because I'll be here. I'll go live on that too on Real and Raw on TikTok and let the world see the Wilson Rockets. Appreciate you guys. Peace out. You're not wrong, Wilbur. Insurance. New nickname. Leroy Insurance Denny.